They will be due December 13th. Please see the picture for shopping list items. It's non-perishable foods. They have 20 vets to care for this Christmas. So please share what we can. It's an opportunity to share our love and to serve. Also, toy drive, due December 6th. The special request is for kids, middle school through junior high, age-appropriate gifts under $20. And I have an 11-year-old right now. Transformers are a big thing. If y'all want ideas, come see me. I can tell you what's the latest and greatest. Thanksgiving picnic. In a year like no other, we get to reimagine how we celebrate the holidays. So you are invited, as you feel comfortable, to bring your own picnic Thanksgiving lunch next Sunday, November the 22nd, after service. This will be a bundle-up outside event, weather permitting. Please bring your folding chairs, tables, food, and your servingware, and maybe blankets if it's chilly. Let's hope it's chilly. I'm tired of the heat. It's going to be chilly. Okay, Metaphysics 3. This Wednesday is your last chance to join Metaphysics 3 starting this Wednesday, November 18th at 7 p.m. Metaphysics 3 is taught from the main text, Heart-Centered Metaphysics. Students will be encouraged to investigate, analyze, and use the tools to cultivate dominion over the ego personality and express more of their innate divine potential. You can contact our own Reverend Kyra to get information to attend.
It is a Zoom class.
And it is a Zoom class. Can we show up in our pajamas? Okay. Okay. Holiday shop. Come get gently used holiday decor for Love It offering today, November 22nd and 29th, while supplies last. Expanded seating. We have expanded our in-person seating to 50% capacity. Temperature checks, masks, and reserved seating are required. Your 1 p.m. Sunday e-blast will have this Sunday's rebroadcast link and the Eventbrite link to reserve your seating for next week. Please prayerfully confirm your attendance before reserving your seats. A seat reserved and not used is an empty seat that someone else did not get to enjoy. From now, all of our seating will be released at 10:35 to accommodate any walk-ins. And please join me now for our vision, mission, values, and affirmation. Our vision is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of a shared spiritual awakening. Our mission is to inspire, awaken hearts, and empower lives through the teachings of Jesus Christ and other expressions of universal truth. In all that we are and all that we live, we value unconditional love, connection, authenticity, inclusivity, trust, and compassion. We are living roots of spirituality now.
Please rise.
Yep. 2, 3, 4.
My soul has found a home, and here my soul awaits. I share what I have, and that's what it takes. This place is more than a place. The truth we find source is our core. Much more than you can see or hold. More than a place, much more than a place. From my gut I choose to live my life. From my love I choose to be. My prayer for all I have received to give gratefully. Whoa, my soul has found a home, and here my soul awakes. I share what I have, and that's what it takes. Come on now. This place is more than a place. The truth we find source is my good, I choose to live my life. For my love, I choose to be. My prayer for all I have received to give gratefully. Oh, my soul has found a home in Him. My soul awaits. I share what I have, and that's what it takes. I share what I have, and that's what it takes. I share what I have, and I have what it takes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Please be seated.
Your presence here today is precious to us all. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We know there are folks who are seeing us for the very first time right now. We thank you for checking Unity Bay Area Houston out. If you would like more information about our community and Unity teachings, contact us through Messenger or on our Facebook page, Unity Bay Area Houston. If you are looking for a spiritual place to be renewed and lifted, we have space for you. So let's share our welcome blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. And now Mary Helen will offer the daily word.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. It feels so good to be here. We have so many great events coming up. I hope everyone will come out and we're going to be safe, but it's nice to be together. Thank you. Our word today is kindness. I flow with divine love as I give and receive kindness. The word kindness triggers feelings of warmth, connection, and love in my heart. I smile as I recall ways that friends, family members, and others have shown me kindness. Thanks for the ride, guys. I feel again the gratitude and blessing I experienced in those moments. Gratitude, love, and a beautiful awareness of connection fill my heart and mind in a remarkably similar way when I remember kindness I've shared. The movement of electrons through a wire creates a current, a flow. As kindness moves from person to person, it creates a flow of divine love. Both giving and receiving are essential to this current of love. So I look for opportunities to share acts of kindness. I welcome with a grateful heart the kindness others share with me. What does the Lord require of you but to do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with your God? From Micah 6, verse 8.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so thankful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
As you settle into, gentle into this moment of meditation, I invite you to send that loving kindness into your own being right here and now, to let the currents of loving kindness ignite our soul, to feel the power of that which in us, which naturally is aligned with truth and powerfully connected to all of creation. We plug in that current that is always running, but our awareness turns like turning on a light switch. Take a breath and let go of any static. Static in the line, static in the mind, static in the body. Begin to just feel it loosen up and release. Allow the flow of that divine love current ignite the truth of your wholeness, vitality, your freedom right here and now. And with the next breath, feel yourself relax even deeper into this infinite field of oneness, this flow of divine love, the light of all that resides within each one of us. And every thought of kindness to ourselves, every act of kindness into the world, magnifies and multiplies that current of love, activates that switch to move forward those currents, that we may ride the waves in an ever-flowing harmony with the universe and the universe of our own soul and being. Take another breath and relax even more deeply now. Your soul knows the truth of your divine essence and the freedom of your being to choose to feel a deep, resonant peace right now. A peace that is deeply aligned and alive in your very being, and every cell rejoices with you. Every thought expresses a moment of praise and rejoicing in this divine essence of you, in the remembrance of who you are as a soul expressing light and love in this world. Let's let go of another level of static. Notice where the static is in your mind or your body, and take in a breath. And let it go. In this sacred space, in this soul moment, we move into the sacred silence, into the deep now, where all eternity exists and expresses within, through, and as us in the silence. Blessing. We allow your words to be our words, your voice within, the Christ I am, to be that which speaks and moves and has its way in our being. And as we open ourselves to this true soul essence and allow it to be, we feel the deep gratitude and loving kindness that is the very nature of who and what we are. Unified with all of creation, we are grateful to express our individualized expression and celebrate. This is me. This is the divine as me. I am a unique and wondrous expression, and I am gratefully in the flow of divine love. And so it is. Amen. And yes. We open our hearts to share these words of our Lord's Prayer from an Aramaic translation. Beloved oneness, breathing life of all, holy is our essence. Create your reign of unity now. Your one desire acts with ours and vibrates light to form. Fulfill this day all need for bread and insight. Forgiveness releases us, and we remember wholeness. We are free from inner or outer deception and walk your path with joy. You are the power of these truths and unite my words, thoughts, feelings, and actions through this prayer. In gratitude, my heart knows it is so. Amen and yes.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. And I'm not ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. Won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm dancing to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, make no apologies. This is me. Look past the color of our skin. It's okay, today we won't let that shame sink in. We're bursting through the paradigms, reaching for the sun, that's where we've become. I won't let them break us down to dust, 'cause I know there's a place for us. Yes, we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna wash them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm dancing to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, make no apologies. This is me. I know I deserve love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna send a flood of love to wash them out. Yeah, I'm brave, yeah, I'm bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.
I love it. Thank you. That was beautiful and powerful, because we're all meant to be who we are here to be. Today, my lesson is soul expression through noble acts. So my first expression today is to acknowledge we have several people that have birthdays this week. Ronnie Kennedy, your birthday's today. Marcy Hale's birthday tomorrow. Linda Allen, birthday on Tuesday. Let's see, are there any others this week that we missed? I just happen to know those happen to be in our midst. I want to honor them for the presence and the meanness that you each bring to the gift of life and to all of us. And We are here to express our soul, to understand that who we are is not how we've identified ourselves. We have confused ourselves by believing the rhetoric of our own minds, of believing some identity that we may have been told when we were a child, that we took on through society, that we've believed in something less than the truth about ourselves. And we are at a time when the world is turning right side up. This last week, Paul Selig shared something about the righting of a ship, that we have been upside down for so long that as we right the ship, as we move forward in coming into soul expression, that's what's really being talked about here. Who am I as a Christ being? Who am I? Call it Christ, call it soul, call it divine awareness. That who I am is coming to be that which takes the forefront in life. And we begin to live at a different level of being. Now, this is challenging. What's it take to right side? Any of you ever been upside down in a kayak through the rapids? You know? I haven't. Thank God. I did learn to right side a kayak, though, upside a kayak from a swimming pool. And thank goodness there were no rapids. At Unity Village, when I was in ministerial school, a friend was a river guide, and so taught several of us, or a few of us, to do the kayak. And you know, it was not easy to learn. There's a lot of specific ways that you have to be willing to. When you get turned upside down and you're in that kayak, you have to not panic in order to then be willing to maneuver and go with a flow that is a natural movement of the body that brings the kayak with you. Now, what I learned from that is that we have within us the natural way to flow with the universe. We have a natural way of understanding our Christ, our soul, that knows exactly what the truth is. We get caught up in the moment of feeling fear, of feeling doubt if I can do it, of thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to do it in time before I need air? You know, is that we get caught in the world of an identity that keeps us stuck and feeling like, oh wait, I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. I'm going to fail at this. We have many types of commentary in our world. Oh, this isn't the way it's supposed to be. We have that one in the world a lot these days. And our soul knows differently. It knows that its natural impulse is for life. Its natural impulse is to join with the body, to bring in the air, and to move us into a place of right sighting. And we are in a time when we are being called to bring forth that Christ light and bring the soul expression out and no longer doubt ourselves or doubt one another or bring to the table our fears, for they are being released. We may not even understand how that works or why that works, but there is a unified field of consciousness, and we are awakening humanity. We are here and it begins with you and me and each one of us beginning to say yes to our own soul and to begin to understand that I have choice every single second of every single now moment. The eternity lives within me in this now moment. And it doesn't matter how bruised I've been, how battered by life, by what experiences I've had. We've all had a lot of that. But we are at a key choice point to say, am I going to continue to live according to a definition that I've created about who I am, about what's real about all of life? The truth at the core of every one of us is we are a divine presence. We are a Christ being. We are a soul here experiencing and expressing. And each one of us is unique and each one of us is needed. we are needed to bring the whole. We really right-side this world when we all come and start to express from that place within ourselves. Now, we have been given great guidance in this from our biblical teachings. From our biblical teachings, I love this out of Philippians 4:8 that says, finally, beloved. Now, there's some different interpretations of this. Some have interpreted it as brethren and sisters, and brothers and sisters. I love the interpretation in the New Revised Standard Version that we use often in Unity that says, finally, beloved. See, already we've been giving instructions. Do you know that you are beloved? You know that truth within yourself. What happens when you let go of the doubt and the fear that you are beloved? You know those things you get in the mail, those credit card things that say, you have been pre-approved. You have been pre-approved. You already are beloved. You already are love itself at a soul level, wanting to give it your light and your love and your unique expression into the world. So we are given, instruction from this. Finally, beloved. So this is one of those things we come to at some point when we're ready to make that turn, when we're ready to move up to that shifting into a different way of writing the world. It's writing the world within ourselves. When I am ready to write the world within myself, I recognize that I am the beloved, that I have a soul that's hungry just to be a light, to share itself, to, experience the power and the presence that I am. Because if I'm not doing that for myself, I find the next part of this challenging. I find the next part of being in that place of loving kindness very challenging because I haven't practiced loving kindness with myself yet. So as we begin to hear these instructions, then we begin to say, well, this is related to ourselves first and foremost, to understand who I am outside of the identity I've taken on or the beliefs I have about what I've experienced. The only thing that actually exists is this moment, right here. I invite you to feel the power of this moment which is eternity. There's no place else you can access eternity. There's no place else that you can go find your soul. It's not on the grocery shelves or, the garment racks, right? It's that which is the shining star of your being. And our first assignment is to have these kind of thoughts within ourselves about ourselves. How many of us can remember all the times we've beat up on ourselves? Over and over and over. How many of us remember the times we've glorified ourselves? Do you really know those? Some of you say, yes, good. Because when we do that, we give permission to our soul to be safe in the world, to express our truth, to live in harmony with our inner being. When we're out of harmony, we're always got static on the line. And we're looking then to, that static needs somewhere to go. You ever had that spark of electricity come off of something because there's too much static? And how we create static, we rub our feet on the carpet and, we create static and then, ever shocked yourself and someone else in a big way? We do that also with our words. We do that with our thoughts. We do that with the acts that we live into. And so what I would like us to look at on this, finally, beloved, whatever is true. Whatever is true. Now, we're talking true at the deepest level. See, truth is something that happens that is eternally true. When we get to truth, it's not my truth, your truth. There is a truth that is eternally alive and always true. And when we go to that truth and we begin to pay attention, to focus on, See, part of the great gift of what we bring in our being someone who is looking to express our true soul, to live from our Christ spirit, our true essence, is that we focus energy. We are focusing beings. Our role is to take that divine energy that is everywhere within us, that is all that we're made up of, the stardust that we are, that is, materialized into form. In our Aramaic Lord's Prayer, we talk about bringing light to form. We are here bringing light to form. And how it forms is based upon the focus, which way we direct the current of the divine. Do we sit under the water in panic, or do we begin to allow the movement to move us? I remember it was like a whole hip action to move that kayak right up, I haven't dared to brave the rapids on a kayak yet, so one of that may be on my next bucket list items, We'll see I need some practice first. But whatever is true is based on truth. That's whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, and whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable. If there is any excellence, and if there's anything worthy of praise, think on these things, or think about these things. See, when we open ourselves to the truth of our soul expression, it doesn't speak in judgment. It doesn't speak in ways, our soul does not judge. Our soul does not divide. Our soul does not compete. Because there's no competition necessary. We're already the beloved. We're already a soul, a Christ experience. But what happens to us, we get caught into the beliefs that we've taken on about separation in the world, about separation of ourselves, of our not being good enough, of us needing to live up to something, us needing to prove ourselves. But when we are pre-approved, we are the beloved, the soul in us that wants to express, then we don't have to compete. We don't have to prove ourselves. Competition is so embedded in us. I was watching myself play Wordscape or something, and oh my gosh, I wanted to be the best, right? And I thought, it's okay if I'm the best of me. I don't need to compare to anybody else. I just want to be the best of me again and again and again. The best of me over and over. And what is it to continually raise myself into a higher expression of my true soul, of to get those other beliefs out of the way, to release the doubts and the fears, and begin to live according to this higher awareness of who I truly am. And what happens? How do we know whether we're focusing on what is true and what is honorable and, praiseworthy? Are we, pretty much, how do you feel when you focus on that? Woo! You feel a lightness of being. You feel good. You feel in harmony with yourself. You feel a radiance and a light and a peace. There's no discussion about it. It is what it is. See, when we're in our minds, we're in argument. We're in discussion. It's like we have those little beings on our shoulder. You got those on your shoulder too? Those inner beings that are talking? Right. So, I flick those babies off of there. So a part of what we're up to at this point is being able to be in the true essence and the soul, and allow that soul to be what is guiding us. Because in that moment, there's no discussion. There's just being. There's awareness. There's a peace and harmony within us when we're at the level of soul and we're focusing on something that's true and commendable and honorable. We are lifted up and we change the very vibratory field in which we live and move those currents of divine love out into the world. Charles Fillmore talked about, he called it kingdom of heaven, fourth dimension. He talked about that there was vibration and frequency. And what we understand is that anyone who's touched into that sacred knowing recognizes there's a shift that happens in their own vibration when they're operating from the level of soul. When they're at one with that place within themselves that knows the truth that they're already beloved, they don't need to prove anything. They just get to be themselves. They honor all the aspects of themselves. And in that we relax. I kind of pulled a muscle Friday in yoga. I already have healed it, so it's all good. No worries. But I love that my universe works that way. But in the moment after I hadn't even noticed it at the time, but I got home from yoga and I got stiffer and stiffer, and all of that. And I was thinking about what I did because the yoga class I was in is called yin yoga. Now, yin yoga, you take a position that is moving your body, stretching it, and then you relax deeper into it. You relax deeper and deeper, and as you do, your muscles, you let go. They soften, okay? And I remembered later, as I was thinking about what did I do, and I remembered at one point, we're supposed to be then holding that position and softening into it over 2 or 3 moments comfortably, comfortably. You don't push in that. You're relaxing. Well, I pushed. I remember at one point, I thought, oh, wait, I didn't stretch that enough. I pushed instead of relaxed into. How many times do we do that? We want to express our soul, and yet what we do, we push rather than relax into knowing the truth, and therefore being set free to allow the deep sense of safety, the deep sense of being able to release and be in freedom with the flow of that current, with the flow of that divine love. So as we begin to say, how do I know if it's my soul or it's my mind? Have you relaxed into it? Does it feel like a place where you're softened, where you're totally at home in yourself and the world? Are you pushing? Are you pushing against because you feel there's something to prove? There's something in you that, in me or you, each one of us, where we don't feel worthy enough. We haven't claimed ourselves as the beloved. So as we open ourselves and focus on what is true and what is, then out of that place come noble acts. Now, what is it to have noble acts? I love this. The noble make noble plans, and by noble deeds they stand. So what is it to be noble? Why would that word, and that word came up for me so powerfully. What is it? Is the nobility in you is when you operate from your soul. When the Christ in you rises to give its expression naturally, because it has a nobility to it that is not found in this world. See, something noble in us already lives, already is alive. And as we express that nobility, it will guide us in ways that we wouldn't have imagined. It's not the typical reactive way we've been in the world based upon the old paradigms. We are rising out of those paradigms and living in a different kind of way. And we are the forerunners of this. We are those that are helping hold and vibrate the consciousness into a new era of peace and harmony on our planet. Does it look like it yet? Heck no, all right? It doesn't look like it. And yet what I've discovered, more and more people, as we've been through this time of having to spend more time alone, spend more time within, as we've separated from the world, we've found ourselves. Now, sometimes we get a little anxious in that, like we did when we were turned upside down on that kayak. We forget that we have the ability to turn it around. And yet, what's happened, there are many, many people that are finding creativity within themselves. They're finding a place where they relax a little bit more than they used to. What if that's part of the right siding of our world? You know, we can know, we can know. I'm going to say this way because a lot of times we think, and we are talking about soul expression through noble acts. Soul expression is a level of knowing within myself that, have you done things where you know darn well that's not going to lead to where you want to go? Oh, I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. Oh, I didn't really say that out loud, did I? On and on, or how I've been, or how, you know. But see, we know the difference. We, at a core level, know the difference when we're operating from our soul or we're caught up in the world. At this time, part of what's happened in these times is we're getting to face ourselves and the things that are deeply embedded in us, wounding, scars, bruising, as the song spoke about, that we've defined ourselves as those things. They are rising up right now. So all of our need to then, when we feel insecure, what do? We push, we tighten, we push against. We look for something to feel at home in ourselves because we don't feel at home in ourselves. So our Christ self is always there, knowing truth. But our ability to walk through the experiences that are rising up for people right now, everywhere we've called separation, we're getting to face it, separation within ourselves, distance from our true essence, a place where we don't know ourselves as brothers and sisters, as the beloved, because we don't know ourselves there. Those places are rising up right now, and we're getting the opportunity to make a new choice, a choice to right side that aspect that has believed that old story, because it is not truth, and it's not true. It's only according to the world that that judgment has happened, because we cannot be touched at a soul level. And at a soul level, when we know, we have a harmony and peace again within ourselves. So we choose our actions from a very different place. We choose our thoughts. We choose our words from that soul that knows it's the beloved and feels aligned and ready to take on something that isn't about me. We become selfless instead of selfish. Now, the truth is at a human level, we all have a selfishness. At a human level, that's what we do. Yet there's another part of us that knows we're all part of one world. We are a unity of consciousness. That we are here to celebrate and praise ourselves and the world. See, the effect of righteousness will be peace. And the result of righteousness, quietness and trust forever. So righteousness is not, oh, let me get righteous about this, or that's not a judgment. It's about the right expression of my true soul essence. Righteousness is a divine awareness of who and what I am. And we are being called to alchemize at this time ourselves into a new way of being, where the peace and the trust and the freedom to be who we are and to live it in such amazing grace and freedom and joy, and to therefore express those noble acts, those acts that take us beyond ourselves into how can I bring my essence, my vibration, my light, my actions into the world. When I do that, I remember, I relax, I am free. So let us all relax into those yin movements of life that are calling us, the flow of the currents of divine love. Let's relax into the knowing that we are the beloved and allow our soul expression to carry us forward on noble acts, moment by moment by moment. We are alchemizing a new world, and I am honored to be with you and to share this journey. God bless you, friends. I'm going to turn it back over to Sonia. Aren't we blessed? Yeah.
And thank you, beloved, for reminding us of our deeper expression, that deeper knowingness of our soul. Thank you very much. So now is the time we joyfully share our individual abundance with the community that gives you so very much. For those watching on Facebook and YouTube, we hope you will consider supporting Unity Bay Area Houston through an online donation today. Together, let us say our gratitude affirmation. We are grateful for an abundance of resources flowing through our ministry to meet every need and to invest into the highest good for our spiritual community. We have a love offering plate in the back for the guests who are with us in person today. For those of you who are online, there are 4 ways you can give to Unity Bay Area Houston. You may mail in a check, and the address is outlined, Unity Bay Area Houston, 1911 Highway 3 South, League City, Texas, 77573. You may click the donate buttons or active links in your Sunday e-bulletin or weekly newsletter. You may also go to our website, www.unitybayareahouston.org, and again, click the donation button. You can even text your offering, text the word GIVE to 281-595-1648. So thank you for the many ways you support Unity Bay Area Houston. And we also, as we say our blessing, keep in mind our tithes. These are the tithes that we send to Unity headquarters. So we hold them in our hearts and we say, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
There is a candle in every soul, some burning brightly, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings fire, ignites a candle, and makes its home. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Frustrated brother, see how he's tried to light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. Carry your candle, run through the darkness, seek out the lonely, the tired and worn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. We are a family whose hearts are blazing, so raise our candles, light up the sky, praying to the deceived and poor. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the helpless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light our world.
Very nice.
Woo!
They just like that song.
So awesome. Thank you. I'm just going to take a second here to share a couple of little things. First of all, to acknowledge our music team, Keith Bivens, Patty Rabaza, and the infamous Ellen Rogers. Yay, we're grateful for all three of you. Thank you. And our audio team, we've got back there today Mark Kirby and Bruce Landry and Murphy Webster and Carol Curtis and Brent Allen and Amy Grobleski are all running this great show for us. We acknowledge all of our daily word reader, Mary Helen Merzbacher, our platform assistant, Sonia Perez,
Yes.
all of our ushers, our greeters, everyone who helps make this possible. We know that you are creating noble acts through your service, so thank you. So let's share our blessing upon these offerings. Thank you, God, for our spiritual community. We rejoice as all our prayers are answered. We celebrate divine abundance as we give and receive in generosity and love. Unity Bay Area Houston is grateful for all our blessings, and we are prosperous. We are grateful, and I want to just say another word about our picnic coming up. Now, we want this to be a safe situation where we're all outside bringing our own things, but it's kind of like a tailgate party. And that come in and bring, and our garden tender team has worked really hard to create some wonderful ideas of safe distance games and ways that we can operate. They've been working on this to help prosper this and make it something that's really fun for all of us. I know we miss our usual Thanksgiving feast together, but we'll find ways to do that outdoors, and I hope y'all will come out and really join us, because it's going to be a great experience to give our thanks for the community and the opportunity to be here in whatever way we can at this time, and still keep it safe. That's important as well. And at this time, we want you to know our Unity Littles are being welcomed back outside, and we just have a few that are coming, but we're grateful, and they are having a great time. Our Unity Teen Connection is happening on Thursdays at 5 p.m., and so all the teens are getting together and communicating and sharing and keeping updated and, you know, helping support each other in these journeys. So it's grateful they're doing that through Zoom. So let's just bless all of our youth, all the places that they are right now. Together, Unity Youth, we love you just the way you are in all your magnificence. One of our teens is back here on the audio video, and we're grateful, Murphy, for your participation. Yeah, and we're going to turn it back over. Woohoo! And release and let go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Stand up. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Now, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. And now, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God unfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. All right, you ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay, God!
Helen, great job on